How'd you know this album was finished?
How'd I know it was finished? I don't know. I knew it was finished when we had enough songs, I guess. I was just like, wow, I love all of these so much. This is like an album, I guess. And then I called the same people to the studio that I had just had there a month and a half prior to be like, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, please, blah, 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 give me some time. And they were so respectful of that and wonderfully supportive of that. And they were like, please take time. I called the same people back like a month and a half later, and they were like, why are we here? And I was like, well, I want to play you an album. And Victoria, we made the little packets I always make, like little packets with like the
It's so cute.
song lists and whatever on it.
And some art.
And they were like, for real? They were like, you have something to, like, that's crazy. And they were all just like, what the is, you're so weird. But okay, we'll put it out. What?
Thank You Next treatment wasn't the video, right? Video treatment was in the packet? Or no?
I think that we did have it in there. We had the Thank You Next video treatment in the packet.
And any nerves going in to pitch these people? Because a part of them could have said like, hey, you just released another album. We don't need this right now. Or maybe you should go based on our schedule.
I mean, yes, there was a bit of that because, of course, like when it comes to like the label aspect of it, you're always like, like what's that side of it gonna be? What's the business side of it gonna be? But everyone at Republic was really supportive and honestly just so glad that like my friends and I had done something to make it all better, I guess, that they were like, we're here, let's go.
It's real.
They were like, let's make the video, let's go.
It's healing. Is this the most you've seen music heal somebody? Go close to that mic.
Yeah, for sure. I think
or maybe
I think it was her willingness to be open and honest, and like it's very reflective of how she actually deals with pain. Like even especially the third verse of Thank You Next. She texts me. She wrote it in the shower, and it's very her. She's like, at least this, God forbid something happens, at least the song is a smash, is like defines her sense of humor in regards to like hard things. So yeah, I feel like her willingness to say things and be herself 1,000,000% is like a huge reason why she's able to heal from it. You know, she didn't leave anything out of it. So.
Tour. That's next. Is that crazy to think about? You're going out on the road?
We're all going.
Everybody. I know you guys are opening Social House. Going to be on the road. How's this, like, how do you pick a set list for a show like this?
It's hard, man.
Yeah, you have so many songs.
I didn't realize.
You have catalogs.
It's a lot.
You're going to have
a lot of songs.
So how long's the set list? Are you going to try to cram in as much in as possible?
It's long. No, right now it's like 30 songs, but it's like a lot of medleys and so cool. We're cranking away, but it's weird because I didn't realize how little space there would be. So it's most of the 2 new albums and then some throwbacks, but not Bang Bang, don't worry.
I was very worried.
I'm just kidding.
I would protest.
My fans that's a joke we have.
Fashion in this, the vibe of this show, how are you going to bring Thank You Next to life?
You're going to have to see, you know.
Is it going to be darker?
You'll see.
Clouds?
You'll see. There's always going to be clouds.
Okay, good. Are you going to fly?
No, I don't like that.
No more hovering?
Can I be honest?
Please.
Every time I see that in a show, I'm like, and I've done it. I didn't enjoy doing it either.
Is it scary up there?
No, it's not scary. I just want to sing my songs and stand there and do it. Like, I really I really just want to have a good time and sing my songs. Like, I'm not the best dancer. I just want to sing. I want to be there. I want to hit my mark, do my choreo, like, feel good in it. The twins make me feel amazing in all of the combinations they give me, and they know that I'm like insecure about that. Like I feel like it's not my biggest strength, so they make me feel great. They make me feel wonderful. I just want to sing and do a great job and be full out, and I don't want to fly ever. You know, I don't. When I was like coming out of that chandelier, I got caught so many times. I got caught like, and I was like, boy, you made me feel so lucky. I like didn't know how to get out. Like I literally was like, I'm stuck. It scares me. It's too much. I have too much anxiety. It makes me nervous. Even when I see other people doing it, I don't like it. I'm like, are you okay? Like all I think the whole time is like, how are you doing?
That was me the first time I saw you. Well, the first 2 or 3 times I saw both shows when you were flying. I was very nervous.
Also, I just want to see you and believe you.
And that's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cloud.
I don't need you to have $1 million pair of floating somethings holding you in the air. You know what I mean? That doesn't make a great performance to me. I just think it's a lot of money.
Tell your story.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm not shading anything. I just think it's like, I know people love that. People love that, and that's why people don't like my shows.
What are you talking about? I think that's crazy. I think people love your shows, and they're amazing, top to bottom, outstanding. They're the best concerts I've ever been to. Maybe I'm biased, but whatever.
Thank you.
The heels, watching you rehearse over the past like couple weeks for it, you rehearse in these crazy. Can you like tell everybody the technique? Because the heels you rehearse in are the biggest possible heels one could buy.
Well, yeah, I have a choice.
Yeah, but
I'm like 5
something.
5. I'm just 5.
But
no, I'm 5'2".
But you don't even know if those are going to be the heels that you end up performing in, right?
I don't know, but I do know that I'm always going to have a platform.
So you go the most painful heel.
No, those are better for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the low ones.
They look so intense. How's fashion going?
How's what?
The fashion for this tour.
Fashion, I'll be wearing clothes.
Okay, that's good to know.
You know, I'll for sure be wearing clothes.
Be weird if you weren't, man, or not. I don't know.
You know me. I just like to sing. I'm just like, cool, Law. Just put something on me and I'll go.
Thank You Next. That is the album.
That is the album.
Break up with your boyfriend, break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored.
Both work.
How does that title come to be?
I was in the car and I was like, that's funny. That should be a song. And then I was in the car conveniently on the way to a session. And so we wrote it really quickly.
It started just like that.
Yeah. I was just like, that'd be a really funny song. I'm sorry. I just want to have fun with music and just like make people smile and laugh.
You're doing it.
Everybody takes everything so seriously. That's not the, you know what I mean? That's not the vibe with.
Now, what did you learn from making Thank You Next?
What I learned from making Thank You Next?
Yeah.
I think one of the most important lessons learned, just based on how people have reacted to the music and how it's felt to make the music, is just to, I guess, kind of listen to my instincts a little more when it comes to these things. I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want to sound like and say to people. And sometimes I can be persuaded to pick different singles or let other voices get in my head. But, you know, this has been kind of the, like, catalyst moment for me where I'm like, oh, maybe I should be giving these chances to myself instead of everybody else again and again and again. And that works for personally and also music, like my gut in both departments. Like,
it's trust your gut.
Yeah.
And that's mutual. It's really nice. It's the right way to be.
How do you deal with being under such an intense microscope all the time?
It's really wild. Sometimes it takes a really crazy toll on me and I'll be really sad for like a couple of days in a row when I read something that makes me feel awful, because I am such an extreme like purist when it comes to people. Like I want everyone to be my friend, and I like desperately love and want to hug everyone I encounter. Like literally I'm like, wow, I wish everyone would come over for dinner right now and never leave. I've had that since I was a little girl. Like my mom always said, like, Ariana, that like you gotta like let it end. Like you gotta let the Chipolones go home at some point. You know what I mean? Like I want to like take everyone in as like a love hostage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for sure the most poetic thing I've ever said. But anyway, I want to just like make friends with everyone and love everyone. So it takes a toll on me emotionally because I want people to get that. And I understand that not everyone knows me at all. I probably wouldn't like me if I only knew what the world knows of me or reads of me, because like half of it is bull, and the half of it's true is like videos of me like touching my hair and like being like a polished pop star girl, and I'm like, ew, like f you. I see my shit that I make and I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, my job is stupid. Didn't I say that yesterday? I said that yesterday when I was watching the behind the scenes with Fredo and these boys at the studio. I was like, wow. I'm kind of an asshole. I was like looking at it and I was like, I have the dumbest job in the world. It was me being like, go on and so to the movie. I was like, that's so googly and pretentious. I hope I don't come off like that. So I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to accept that like literally no one actually knows me at all, and that it has to just be like water off the thing, because it's not actually an attack on me, the person. It's an attack on Ariana, the like thing that like isn't actually me, which is weird because it is kind of actually me now. So it's like kind of both.
They morphed into one another?
It's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, I forget that I'm like, you know.
You spend a lot of time on Twitter. I'm sure,
I do.
like as much
Every
as like you
morning
like to
I start
interact.
my day going to talk to my fans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, as much as you want to interact with your fans, I'm sure there's tons of negative stuff on there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a very conflicting thing for me, because I love starting my day by going on and talking to them because they're funny as and they're sweet and kind and amazing. And I'm actually sad they're not here right now because last time we had so much fun, but also like that was like a lot, and I don't want to do that to you guys again. We had like a party here. I'm so sorry. I am like surprised that this building is still standing after that night, our sleepover party with my fans.
It was the only party I've ever thrown.
Yeah, that was the first party. No, but yeah, it's like a tough kind of line to walk, because I don't want to let that diminish how beautiful the internet is as well. Like, it's trash, but it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And it's like, there's a lot of bull, but I want to be a person that's like strong enough and okay enough to be like, but I want to go talk to the people that also make me happy and are also such a huge contributing factor to my joy and like such a beautiful part of my life. I don't want that to, I do have to take breaks every now and then, but I love talking to them. I really do. Like, it makes me laugh.
It's balance, right? At the end of the day?
Mm-hmm. It is balance, but I'm super fragile. I wish I weren't. Like, I'm such a Cancer. Like, my mom was like, wow. My mom's like, how are you, my daughter? I'm like, Mom. She's like, who the cares? I'm like, Mom, I'm not you. Like, I'm not like tough as nails yet. I'll get there.
Will people learn more about you from listening to this album?
Probably.
What do you want people to learn about you from listening to it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm scared. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about how many people are gonna stream it, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of scary.
Do you can't
just listen and have a good time.
Lose yourself, find yourself.
Yeah.
Dance to it.
Yeah, and then one day you'll probably bump into me at a Starbucks or a Whole Foods. Say what up.
Be cool.
Grab a hug. Don't like startle me.
No.
But come get a hug.
And maybe you'll be a love hostage.
Don't like scare me. I'm so easily scared. Right?
I feel like 1,000 memories.
I scared myself like 5 minutes ago while this was going on.
All the success. There's so much going on, right?
This camera just scared me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I turned around and I didn't know what to expect.
How do you seek validation for your art, right? Whether that's through chart success or sales or like, what is it?
Sorry, Victoria just made me.
What?
I just don't think so. She says what she wants, like, and greatly.
And that's validating enough.
Yeah, it's just for her. Like, if she likes it, I feel like it doesn't matter if, like, the whole world does. It's just, like, she with it and she, like, puts it out, you know?
So, do we care about things like...
I almost started crying. I love you. I'm sorry.
Do you care about things like a Grammy or like I mean, it could be anything. It could be number ones to actual trophies.
It's kind of oh my God. Hold on. I just cleared my throat. I almost passed out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. Cool. I don't know what that was. I told you, man. I scared myself. I cleared my throat, and I thought someone else's was doing it for me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's really that's a scary thought. Think about that. Do we put weight in things like a Grammy or
No.
the amount of number ones?
I really try not to, and I'll tell you why. With all due respect to the Recording Academy, I respect them so greatly, and to Billboard, whom I also respect so greatly, I didn't come into this business being driven towards things like that. Like, I just wanted to sing. All I ever wanted to do was sing and write and perform and dance around and make music. I've loved singing my entire life. Since I was able to talk, I was able to sing. That's all I ever wanted. So I never really gave a I never wanted to do photo shoots. I never wanted to do red carpets. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Literally my pants, hate it. Every picture's ugly. Take me home. I can't be here. I just want to sing. All I want to do is be in a room with the lights off and sing. And that's all I've ever wanted. I'm honored to be acknowledged. I'm honored to have had my first 2 number ones with my friends that are in this room. It's very exciting. It's very exciting when it happens.
Yeah.
It really is. And I'm not going to pretend like it's not, because it is. And it's wonderful. It's a really great feeling. But I don't like that becoming something that's like of importance, because it's not. It doesn't make me any greater of an artist or lesser of an artist, because all of my favorite albums don't have Grammys. All of my favorite artists didn't have Grammys or number ones for... Actually, I don't think any of my favorite artists have number ones except Madonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many number ones does Imogen Heap have?
None.
Yeah.
I think the closest she came to it was because Jason Derulo featured Hide and Seek, sampled Hide and Seek, and that's like not even my favorite song of hers. Hide and Seek is one of my favorite songs in the world, but of hers, I love her whole entire discography equally.
Number one,
even the songs she wrote for her baby Scout.
Number ones and a Grammy doesn't make a good record or not. It doesn't.
I don't think so, because at home as a viewer watching the Grammys every year, I'm always like, what? Literally every year I'm like, what the f? I always am rooting for my favorite albums.
Yeah.
And I know that people at home feel the same way. And I know that when I win a Grammy one day, people at home are going to be like, man, f that album and her and her ponytail. So it's fine. I don't think it makes or breaks anything. I think that there is music that feels good to people, and there's music that doesn't. And I think that it's very nice to be honored by the Recording Academy, but I think that it's something that I don't want to become too important to me, because at the end of the day, my favorite music none of my favorite albums or songs or artists really have Grammys.
There's a lot of people who put beyond a lot of weight on the Grammy, and a lot of people I know kind of their career and their music weighs in the balance of if they're going to get a Grammy or not, or if they're going to get nominated or not. I kind of question why you do it then.
Who?
No,
does it?
People who feel like they need a Grammy or a nomination to continue.
Of course,
do you get
because
what I'm saying?
it's a Grammy. It's a huge thing. I'm just saying I don't want it to be like the driving force in what I'm creating. I want my driving force in what I'm creating to be how it makes me feel. What is this going to do for my soul? How is this going to make other people feel? And how, when I'm 90, am I going to feel looking back on this? Am I going to wish I had sung that differently? Or that's really like, I don't want to go to begin with. I don't like going to things. I don't. Oh my God.
It's the lead up
my
stress.
Anxiety. Oh my God.
I know.
I can't handle it. Also, I'm so bad at like red carpets.
Is there a record from this album that you're excited to play your kids one day?
Sorry, I'm laughing at myself thinking about how bad I've been on red carpets.
I'm not. When you were talking about it before, I got flashbacks to like early red carpets, like one of the first ones, like I don't know. There was one where your skirt blew up. Do you remember that?
The macaroon dress.
Yes. I remember that.
The Teen Choice Awards.
Something like that.
With my macaroon dress. I enjoyed that one actually because I was younger and I had less trauma and people were less mean because I was younger and no one really knew me.
Back to music. Is there a record from this album that you're excited to play your kids one day?
Nah. I just want my kids to like discover it when they want to. I hope my kids with me so much as a mom that they're like, yeah, my mom sings or whatever.
You're like a afterthought.
Yeah, like I want them to just be like, yo, my mom's a I think she sings, you know?
You're cool before your voice. I like you. Thanks for hanging,
like you,
Scooty.
Zach. Oh.
Oh, sorry. I love you too.
I like you too, Scooty. Zach, I'm really blind. You were looking at me. You were looking over there.
You don't do you really don't do contacts. I mean, you do mostly, but you wear big glasses.
Nah. If I'm honest, I don't want to see.
Your Edna Mode glasses.
I'm good, man. I've seen enough. I'm sorry.
When you record, I remember going to the studio once and you were cutting vocals. Do you still cut vocals in the darkness, complete darkness?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about the darkness? Is it like the lack of every other sense?
I don't know. I don't know. I've done it as long as I can remember. What is it about the darkness, Mikey?
It sounds like evil. It sounds evil.
It
sounds culty.
Put the mic
It
up.
sounds so
does sound
culty,
super culty.
to say like.
We're actually super culty, and it scares me. When we got these tattoos, I was like, this is too culty, I think.
Like, yeah, no,
we got
we're-
the rings, we've got the tattoos.
You're doing a good job because all I want to do is get a tattoo now for
Do you
Tiny
guys
Grill.
realize when you're making music together that the whole world's waiting for it?
No,
No.
Not even a thought, I don't think.
no.
I don't.
It's just us in the
Never
moment.
once.
And then we're like, oh, people are kind of... Actually, the one moment when... It's because Taylor has the brain that thinks proactively, and like me and Victoria are all just water. Like we're all like everyone here is just water and like emotional and just like super emotional. And Taylor's like, "Yo, so this, so they're gonna hear this and they're gonna freak out. Like if you put them names, it's gonna be a thing." Does that sound anything like Taylor? Not really.
Yeah. No.
Not really. Thank you so much. That was nice of you. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. But no, Taylor has the like. She's the smarter one. We're all kind of just creative.
But you have to shut that off though, because obviously social media and the internet is a big part of everybody's daily life.
Yeah.
You need to put that away before you enter the studio to not think that anybody's waiting for it.
Nah.
No?
Doesn't. It's like two separate things.
Also, we were very drunk.
Yeah.
So we weren't thinking about that. Really.
Facilitator of the function.
Okay.
Facilitator of the function.
You guys really that drunk the whole time?
It was consistent.
I can speak for myself and say it's a blur. Thank you to Champagne. It was very nice.
Class.
Yeah. Ariana got me on Champagne, actually.
Yeah.
Rico.
I don't advise it.
Oh, okay. Don't drink champagne.
No. I just mean like the way we were kind of like going
Don't
in.
drink too much champagne.
Don't drink every day. Just that one time in life.
Balance and moderation. Facilitator of the function.
I just realized
What?
we drink every night. We do.
We went to white wine last night. That's a rarity.
That was really rare.
Yeah.
Zach and I had white wine.
It was good. It was really
All of us had
sugary.
white wine.
I
Except
couldn't
Tommy.
even handle it.
That's what existed. Facilitator of the function.
Yes.
Can you define that for me? Because I feel like that is your role throughout a lot of this.
For sure. That's like your. That's yeah. Go on. Sorry.
Well, for me, it's like I'm about a good time, like regardless of what we do, even if we go through bad times. So, like, let's live it up every day.
So that's the
Every
facilitator
night.
of the function, making sure everybody's living it up.
Yeah, live your life, like have fun, have a good time.
Oh, you have the best job in the world,
Very Tommy Brown thing.
dude.
Like people are too sad all the time.
I get
Like
it.
if Mikey comes and says I'm sad, I'm like, good luck. Like, let's go do something to change that.
Facilitator of the function, Tommy Brown. I love it. It's a good title.
Oh, did I tell you my thing that I'm obsessed with telling people now?
Tell me.
About my dynamic with Tommy being the same dynamic that my mom and Mike have.
Break this down, please.
It's my favorite thing to tell people, and it's so annoying because the only person who likes it is me.
I like it too.
But you know Mike Chipolone?
Yes.
For the viewers at home, Courtney Chipolone's dad.
A good man.
A great man.
A man with integrity.
My grandpa's best friend, who he hired when he was like 18. He was like the golf caddy person at the golf course at the country club that my grandpa belonged to. And my grandpa was like, Mr. Grande, I'm not going to work here anymore. I don't know if I'll see you ever again. And my grandpa was like, why? He was like, well, I got to look for another job. And Mike was like, well, do you know anything about engineering? And Mike was like, no. And my grandpa was like, well, I'll teach you, just because he liked him. So my grandpa gave him a job, and he worked for my grandpa for his like whole professional life. And then he became best friends with my mom, which is where me and Tommy come in, because my mom also worked for my grandpa's company, and now it's my mom's company. And it was just kind of like this dynamic where like my mom and Mike were always like working together and going on like funny work trips, and then they had kids, and now we spend every Christmas like the Grandes and the Chipolones, like the Grandes and Chipolones, and I'm like, we go on trips together and we work together, and we have like the same exact dynamic as my mom and Mike do, actually, kind of like when you see their humor and stuff. Everyone thinks this is so boring.
No, but that's
I think
exciting.
It's so fascinating to watch how like your life
mimics.
Like, yeah, you kind of recreate
what you're around.
Yeah, it's really kind of beautiful. And then Victoria was like, who am I? And I said, Aunt Judy. Isn't that cute?
Sense, yeah.
Like if I'm my mom, I'm like a watered down my mom. I'm like a very watered down Joan.
Less black and not as hard.
Not as hard.
Yeah.
Less black.
Yeah.
More gray.
Yeah. Very gray.
But yeah, and I was like, she's the Judy to my Joan. And he's the Mike to my Joan.
It's cool to see that. Like, I think we're all in that phase right now where you've reached a point where you're mature enough to understand when you look back at your life, you can understand all the different pieces, and you can start like connecting dots, right? You can see yourself in your parents. You can see yourself in things that happen in the way, just what you grew up around.
Yeah, and you can see what great things you've carried on, and then you can also see the not so great things that you're like, wow, I don't want to continue that. Like, I definitely don't want to bring that into my adulthood and be that way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, no offense, but it's just like you learn from your parents and the people around you, you know?
You take the good, you learn from the bad.
Yeah.
Professional and personal kind of weave together, and there's the right separation, but it's kind of one and the same, because then you enjoy what you do, and nothing ever will feel like work if you're doing it with people you care about and you love. And I mean, dude, you guys are living life together. You're woven together both professionally and personally. It's pretty sweet. You love it?
It's important.
Love it.
What's the best thing that's happened to the both of you since 7 Rings? Besides the fact that y'all are way wealthier now than ever before.
You want to take it away?
I just think, to me, what's great is that the bond that I have with my friends and the things that we can do and the things we can laugh about. Like, it was like last night I was like talking to Drake, and I was like, yeah, we got the record now. Like, it's
For
like
streams?
Wow.
Yeah.
Which record, Tommy?
I don't know. I mean, it happened a couple times, so.
Lost track.
It's okay. He'll break it tomorrow.
But I just think it's
You shouldn't
important.
have said that. Don't give him any ideas, man. We on one right now.
Wow.
I just think it's good that, like, the bond that we all have is so strong, and we all got each other's back. Like, it's like, yo, you see what they said about her online? It's like, and I'm calling people she don't even know. I'm like, hey, hold on. That's my family, just so you know. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not what anybody knows, but.
Yeah.
Goosebumps, dude. Goosebumps. Because it's rare. This is so cool.
Yeah, it's like, I guess for people, it'd be like if all your friends applied for the same job and y'all all got the job and work at the place at the same time, and you're just having fun, but like getting promoted at the same time.
No, that's that's it.
Yeah. It's fun.
Dude.
Have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I feel like it would be like
You must watch The Office. At least a couple episodes.
I love Steve Carell, man.
Worth your time.
What's he doing? Where is he?
He's in a movie with Timothy Chalamet.
Cool.
Do you know him? Timothy Chalamet?
I met him once.
God.
He's in a movie with Charlemagne.
Timothy's great. I don't know him, but he's beautiful. Coachella, you excited?
I'm very excited.
Anybody on that set list that you're like, hey, this could create a really cool moment if maybe we joined forces and did something at Coachella?
Well, I definitely want to do Break Your Heart Right Back with Childish Gambino.
Hell
But
yeah.
they're performing at Coachella too. Same day as me.
Social House.
It's gonna be crazy.
Dude, I've never been.
So
Their EP is so good. Can I just say that? Sorry. They have to put it out, but it's so good. I literally listen to it in the car so loud that it scares me when I plug my phone back in and it starts playing again. It startles me.
Is the record called Haunt You?
What?
Is the song Haunt You, is that what it's called?
yes,
I love it.
that's very, bro.
It's a really
Thank
great
you.
record.
I like that song a lot, like a whole lot.
It's beautiful. And I think it's your vocals. They come in a little bit later in the record. Who comes
He's first and
I'm
he's
first,
second.
and then we just
Yeah,
the way you morph
little
together is
Mikey sings the verse, he sings the pre, he sings the hook.
got it.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Dude.
Both of their tones are so different and it's like so perfect together.
How the two of you meet?
Jail.
Really?
No, I'm just.
I don't know.
Remember the friend who went to hanging with his real friends?
Yeah, the real friend.
Oh yeah.
We knew him.
Oh.
He knew Tommy.
He was our friend.
Well,
He was our friend.
He was our friend, but not your real friend.
And
Yeah.
so yeah.
So he introduced it to you.
Yeah, introduced. Actually, Tommy was the first person I met when I moved to LA. Moved to LA, never been here. Met him first day, and he was like, "Yo, I like your stuff. Let's work together."
Hold on. You met him the first day?
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
How?
It was pretty fly. And he's from Pittsburgh. And I'm from Pittsburgh.
You both are from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
from Pittsburgh.
like- It's a Pittsburgh thing.
I almost said me too.
He
But
lives a
like-
mile.
I got so excited. I almost was like,
He lives a mile
Same.
away from him
he
in
lives
Pittsburgh. and
Literally
never
a
knew each
mile
other.
away from my mom's house. I never met him.
This is so universe and like cosmic. What the?
Yeah.
Hold
And
on.
honorary Pittsburgh and honorary Pittsburgh. Just throwing that out there today. Just for
Victoria's
today.
like,
There's good Pennsylvania energy in here. He's from North Wales. Philadelphia.
nice.
Close.
It's fascinating how all these pieces come together, and it's almost like it was meant to all fall into place and end up right here where we're at today,
yeah.
celebrating the release of
The universe has a plan.
Always.
Sometimes it's a really gnarly plan, but nonetheless, it still has a plan.
Amen.
Sick.
I feel like that's where
That's
we
the
should
spaciest shit I
end.
ever said.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That really hit me. It's the truth. You guys are you meet him. The two of you know each other already? When did you two meet?
Oh,
We were
dated.
banging for him.
Yeah, we dated for 6 years.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you were making music at the same time. And then
And
you
all of our music.
She said, "Thank you." Next.
yeah.
But you hung around.
We were trying to be the first person to do something big. Like it was like, nah, there's no way she's gonna do something bigger than me. And then we came together and we all collectively did the biggest thing.
That any of us have ever done.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's amazing. Yeah. You give Drake
Aw. I love y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all. They have the same birthday too. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't have a birthday for 6 years.
Oh, you know that.
Oh, shut up, Tommy. May 1st.
Oh, I'm May 2nd.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a Taurus and you're a Taurus. And you are.
He's
I'm on-
crazy.
I was on the line. I'm a Gemini.
Okay. Cancer.
When's your
Taurus
birthday?
and Cancer,
Cancer.
are
May
like
14th.
My mom's a Cancer.
Well, aren't you on the cusp of Cancer though?
Nope. On the
Just say
cusp of
yes.
Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm May 30th.
So we're all just Cancers and Taurus,
Yeah.
or just one Cancer and all Taurus. Is that true?
We're all
You're
Cancer
the
and
only
Taurus.
Cancer
I'm the only Cancer.
in this room, yeah.
I wish I knew
Taurus?
the difference.
Cusp. Me pretending I know anything about any other sign except Cancer. I do. I know who with me, and it's Taurus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Swag. Taurus
Yep.
in the building.
Wow.
And Pisces.
Thank You Next is the album. Everybody should listen to it. It deserves your ear 1,000 times over. It really does. What
I'm
do you-
sorry, the segues are so funny.
Yeah, they're pretty harsh, I think. I'm sorry. What are you thinking, Dan?
Well, I just want to know, after everything you've been through, how are you today?
Today is a good day.
Perfect.
I can't say that about tomorrow because I don't know. Can't say that about an hour from now because God knows. No, I'm just kidding.
But that's life.
I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm excited about this, and I'm happy when I'm with these people, and I'm very, very, very grateful to be okay and where I am, and I'm a very blessed person. Yeah.
Cool.
So keep it grateful, keep it cute.
Beautiful. Thank you. Next. Put it in your ears. Deserves it. Top to bottom. Listen to it.
What just happened?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
He said, put it in your ears. Me and Victoria both at the same time went like this.
Seriously, thank you. Next. Listen to it. Anything else on your brain?
No, Dan?
What? You're not I can't hear you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just want to
Victoria?
say, like, this is cool because I forgot I was talking like a bunch of real successful people, and I forgot you were like Ariana Grande. I just felt like we were just talking like friends the whole time.
Oh, good. I forget I'm Ariana Grande all the time.
And most of the people in the room are friends.
Yeah, we are. That's the point.
It's a good energy.
Thank you. That's my favorite thing anyone's ever said to me.
You're welcome.
Please forget I'm Ariana Grande all the time, everyone.
I don't know if this is good for promo, but it was funny.
What was it?
Go.
No, it doesn't matter. This is all just like sharing.
7 rings when you recorded as Julie Andrews at the end
Oh my
for
God.
a whole like minute
Do you have
straight.
Wait, what?
Probably. I feel like he has it. She's like, she had a whole moment where she recorded in Julie Andrews' voice and said
Like
the
an
craziest
outro.
things. She's
What-
like, hello.
What Julie Andrews were you channeling? Like Princess Diaries or Mary
No,
Poppins?
Sound of Music.
I don't know which one it was. It was definitely formal interview Julie Andrews.
Oh.
Do you follow her Facebook page?
No.
It was definitely the same Julie Andrews that runs that Facebook page. It was like, hello, I'm Julie Andrews.
That's really good.
You're listening to 7 Rings. It was like not that great, but we were all drunk and it was funny at
That
the
was
time.
hilarious.
That was
And we
real-
have like a recording somewhere of just like 3 minutes of me like drunkenly rambling as Julie Andrews.
that deserves to see the light of day one day.
I think it's funny.
I think Julie Andrews should see it.
Man, that should have been the remix.
Yo,
Put that in there. But Princess Diaries 3 is coming. Does that interest you?
Does it interest me?
Yeah, would you be in it? So you're like, you want to be a princess?
I wouldn't ruin that. You don't want to ruin that with me. That's the thing is like, if you're going to do a part 3, make sure it's with Julie Andrews and Anne Hathaway. You know what I mean?
I think they're in too. You know?
Good. Leave me out.
Okay, got it.
I'll ruin it.
Okay.
I know my place.
It's nice.
It's like when people ask me, would you ever be in Harry Potter? I'm like, are you insane?
Wicked, is that different though?
That's very different. Oh, that's very different. Yeah, that's very different. I'd do anything.
Elphaba.
I don't want to talk about it because I'm gonna cry and like I would do anything. I would do anything to play Elfie. I don't really have like many dream roles. I already got to play Penny, not cross that one off the list. Elphaba and Audrey in Little Shop. Those are my 2 dream roles.
We're
So yeah, I would do anything. I would stand outside the producer's studio with coffees every morning like this, waiting for them to acknowledge me.
no, but for real, you
And
would.
begging them to sing Defying Gravity for them.
Where do you want to play it? Where would you want to be here? On stage or in a movie?
Any. I love that musical so much. Like whenever I'm nervous about anything, I listen front to back to Wicked.
What is it? What does it remind you of, or what is it?
Childhood, growing up, being like 10 years old and like driving in the car with my mom, listening to it front to back, like screaming in the passenger seat, belting, like meeting Kristen for the first time backstage as a little girl, and that being one of the most exciting moments of my life. And she gave me body wash that had glitter in it, and I dipped my pinky in it every day when I used it in the shower because I never wanted it to run out. Like, I loved those women. I still do. I like Kristen texts me. Like, I'm friends with Kristen Chenoweth. Like, that's the coolest thing I've ever accomplished. Like, no offense, guys. We just had 2 number ones back to back. And I'm like, I'm homies with Kristen Chenoweth. Like, that's my favorite thing that's ever happened.
Would taking on a role on Broadway be a challenge for you? Do you want
like
challenges? home.
That would be more comfortable for me than shooting a music video, doing a tour as like a pop star thing. I just like, I love the intimacy of musical theater and the excitement of not knowing like if a joke is gonna land or not, and like how the audience is gonna feel you like that night. And just like, that was like my favorite thing about 13. It's like, even though I was like, I didn't have much of a role, I just loved how different the energy was every time.
I heard a story that I want to bring up. Did the Seven Rings start with you? Was it you? Who was playing that first?
Oh yeah, I love that story. It was like okay, so we're in the room and we had just got back from Tiffany's and the bags are there and Neil's just like, this has to be a song, and we're all like, okay. And so we were like looking through beats and stuff, but like nothing fit it right, you know what I mean? And we were like, okay, come in here, we need you to start a new idea. And we like put them super on the spot, and the piano was like right there, and it literally was like the first thing they played was like, dum, dum.
And how did
It was actually the first thing.
put that to your talk into that?
Hey.
It was the first.
Yeah.
It was the first thing you did.
Yeah, it was actually the first thing we did in the room. It was really scary.
It was so cool. I was like, record that.
Do you even know how that even entered your brain? Did it stem from something else?
Well, they were pretty much doing the melody and everything, piecing together the words and stuff, and they were like, we just really need the rest of it that fits. And so we were just sitting there like, bro, what are we about to do? Because like we kind of like pieced stuff together, so it was like, what in the world? So we went to the piano and I just started pressing something, and Mikey was like, keep doing it. And then Ari was like, what is that? And we were
My
like,
head was like,
yeah. And Mikey started throwing some chords in, and then we just,
You knew.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Get it.
it was the first thing they played. That blows my mind. Sorry.
No, like it felt like it was super meant to be. It was literally the first sound he pulled up in the plugin we were using, and literally like it was like the perfect keyboard with the perfect reverb, perfect sound, perfect moment. It was crazy. It was meant to be for sure.
For sure.
It's the universe, dude.
For sure.
For
So
sure.
Pittsburgh. This interview, it was a bunch of friends hanging out, and we didn't really finish the conversation. So this is the end of the interview, and this is the formal ending. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry. I tend to do this. I make everyone, I take everyone to a different place than we initially wanted to go. So I'm sorry.
It was
Thank
a great
you.
journey.
It was a great journey. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.